Stop focusing on conquering a specific person. And instead, do this, and you will see how that person starts looking for you. This is what we will explore in this video. Has it ever happened to you that you wanted to get someone's attention? Either on a professional level, looking for that promotion and doing things so that a person would notice your effort, or on a personal level, you had noticed someone you liked, and you were trying to attract them to you. But the more you tried, the more you moved away from both those goals and those people. Often when we try to reach for something, and we become overly obsessed with it, we push it further away. It's like trying to pet a feral cat. Have you ever tried to do that? I don't know about you, but I live in an area with a lot of feral cats. And a lot of times when you chase a cat, it ignores you. But if you do something else, the cat starts to watch you out of the corner of its eye. It realizes that you don't need it. And it's the cat that approaches you. Attention. I'm not saying that people are cats, but perceiving that detachment makes you much more attractive. In this video, we are going to see 7 keys to stop chasing and get others to chase you. So very important. Before we start, subscribe and activate the little bell. We are uploading many videos on the channel, and we would appreciate your support. We begin. When you understand that you don't need anything else, the whole world becomes yours. When you crave something in your life like a relationship or a promotion, you end up pushing it away even more. Hasn't it happened to you that when you are in a relationship, that's when more people are interested in you? You may have experienced an obsession with someone, and that person occupied all your thoughts. Your world revolved around that person. People would ask you how you were doing if all you were thinking about was that person. You had forgotten about yourself. And the moment you feel at peace and not attached to anyone, you make room for the right people to come into your life. This happened to me a while ago, and freeing myself from it was crucial. Something that helped me enormously was to stop putting the other person on a pedestal, and stop seeing them as someone superior to me. As if that person was the protagonist of my life, and not me. 2 things that helped me a lot were to stop prioritizing the physical aspect so much, and to focus on the person's soul. When you stop focusing so much on the external, and focus on the internal, sometimes you realize that the person is not worth as much as you thought. And the second thing that can help you stop putting someone on a pedestal, is to observe how they treat you. This is not only about how you treat the other person, but also about how the other person treats you. Relationships should be reciprocal. If you give, the other person should also give. But when you are the one giving everything and the other person is not doing anything to get closer to you, or to give you what you need, the relationship becomes unbalanced. Understanding this, and seeing it clearly, can help you a lot to stop chasing someone. I want to remind you of something before that person came into your life, and you might feel a certain obsession, or the need to chase them. Your life was already wonderful. Get back that amazing life you had before that person showed up. Your life was liked and fulfilling. It came and it all got cloudy when you chase after someone. It means you feel you don't have something. When you chase someone, you are assuming a lack, and when you don't chase, you are showing abundance. When you become obsessed with a person, you are sending the message that of all the people in the world, that is the best. And that reflects scarcity. Let me ask you something. Would you rather be with someone who lives in scarcity, or with someone who feels abundance? Someone who feels lack communicates that they are not enough, and that reduces their attractiveness. You know, I always talk about the importance of giving to others. But there is one crucial point that you must understand. Never give to please, or please someone. This is fundamental. Many people start giving things because they are looking for approval. They want to be noticed. I remember when I was in school, there was a guy in an upper grade who was always giving people gifts. He was someone who didn't have many friends, and he thought that by giving things away he would get more friends. When you give material things, you attract people who don't value you for who you are, but for what you have. Instead of giving material things, offer experiences. There is a quote from Maya Angelou that says, "People will forget what you said. They will also forget what you did. But they will never forget how you made them feel." You know what happens when you detach and begin to understand the importance of offering experiences instead of material things. You understand that you don't need people, and you do what almost no one else does while most are obsessed with getting attention and achieving goals. You simply enjoy the present moment and the conversation, with nothing. In return, your detachment shows. You do what no one else does. And when you do what no one else does, you have no competition. This connects to the next point. Leave space for others to also take the initiative in an interaction. If you are always the one talking and proposing plans, and constantly taking the initiative, you don't allow the other person to show interest. You are taking up all the space, and the other person feels pushed. And instead of moving forward, you back off and walk away. This also applies to how to give your contact effectively, and how to connect with people when saying goodbye, without seeming like you're chasing anyone. Doesn't mean you'll never meet anyone, or that you'll never get to meet anyone. I recommend you do the following. When you're talking to someone, casually mention the plans you have. For example, if someone asks you how you're doing, you could say something like, "I'm doing great. This weekend, we're having a party and I'm super excited." Without directly inviting the person, let them show interest. And if they do, you can say, "Come if you want, you're invited." This is very powerful because it's a group event, something you're going to do anyway. And it doesn't feel like you're chasing anyone, you're just enjoying the moment and letting things flow naturally. This also applies when planning a date with someone. Imagine you like a person and you want to ask them out. You have two ways to do it. The first one is to say something like, "Hey, would you like to have a drink on Saturday night, both of you?" This is clearly chasing someone because you are giving them the option to say yes or no. And if they say no, you will be the one who will be left sad with a glass of wine, just because that's the only plan you've proposed. But notice how it changes when you put it another way. "Hey, this Saturday we're organizing a wine tasting with some friends, if you feel like it you can come." The plan can be very similar. In the end, maybe no friend of yours will come, and only that person will be with you. But if he or she says no to a big group event, it is more effective to invite to events you already have planned, instead of something so specific and personal. This strengthens the relationship, because if he or she says no to the first plan, you will be alone and sad. But if he or she says no to the second plan, you will still have a life full of events and activities, no matter if that person comes or not. I tell you this, because I have made many mistakes in my life. And one of them was chasing someone I really liked. When I was in that situation of liking a girl, I constantly asked her out, and she rejected me. It was like the example of the cat that gets scared and leaves. People are the same when we insist too much. I understood that I didn't need that person, that my life was amazing without her. My life, before I got that person, was great. And now that my universe has arrived, it can't be her or him. In your case, you are the protagonist of your life, not that person, because when you think this way, and chase someone excessively, your universe becomes her or him. And you stop being yourself, you become a spectator or even a fan. And the other person treats you as such, ignores you, and wants nothing to do with you. Everything you are realizing is essential because it allows you to create that necessary space for people to come into your life, without you pushing them out. When people perceive your detachment, and you stop chasing them, you have an energy of not needing. You become unique. And it shows when people talk to you. They perceive that you are different, that you don't need validation from others, that you have a full life that you enjoy and have fun in conversations, and that your life is fantastic, without depending on that person, or them agreeing to a plan with you. This is what makes people want you to be a part of their lives. Your vibration changes from a vibration of scarcity to one of abundance. To conclude, we have explored how detachment can transform our relationships and our lives in general. First, we understood the importance of not chasing others, which creates space for people to naturally approach us. Then, we highlighted how to shift our energy from scarcity to abundance, showing that we don't need validation from others, and that our lives are full and satisfying on their own. Finally, we saw that by letting go of prioritizing the material and focusing on experiences, we can attract people who truly value who we are. Remember, your universe should revolve around you, not someone else. If this content has inspired you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next video.